time has come, again, to have a little whinge about adverts, because sometimes they're very inoffensive, but sometimes they really get to you, you know? I mean, some ads, I don't see why they should be allowed to trash our brains quite as much as they do. There is one phrase that they've repeated ad nauseam for 3 years, but you only needed to hear it the once, because you'd never forget it, ever. It's tattooed on your skull. You wake up in the middle of the night, haunting your dreams, screaming its very banality. Dirt says hot. Label says not. What does it mean? It's not even English. Not hot, not dirt, not what? I mean, next time you're washing your knickers, just have a listen. See if the skid marks are chatting to the label, OK? No way. I mean, the claims they make for adverts, I can't believe it. The guy who eats the Mars bar, one bite of Mars bar, suddenly he can play the saxophone. It's not convincing, is it? It's very sad, you know? They put people on the telly, they shouldn't be there. It's just sad. They're exposing their weaknesses. Those sad women, you know, the sad, mad, insane women. What witter on, year in, year out. An endless, seamless, meaningless monologue about whiskers. Always chunky in the kitchen, never mind hello mum. Scuttles across the floor, where's my whiskers? Never mind hello mum. Important in your weekly shop, lots of jelly, lots of chunky, lots of meat. Never mind hello mum, where's my whiskers? Never mind hello mum. These women are mad! They need help! What is wrong with our country? In the 18th century, you used to go down Colney Hatch, have a laugh at the loonies. These days, we put them on the telly. She thinks she is her cat's mother. And we're supposed to respect her opinion? She says, oh, look, it must like whiskers. It eats it all up. I mean, it hasn't crossed our mind, and maybe it eats it because that's what it's given to eat. And if it didn't eat it, it would starve. It'd eat anything. Dog plot, maybe that's what it's getting, eh? All the ads with real people. Real people in the adverts to show how convincing the product is. And to convince us they're real people, they always make them a little bit ugly. They give them a wart or a speech impediment. If you brush regularly. And then to really bring out the contrast, to show how ugly real people are, they put in a benevolent celebrity like Lisa Goddard, just to show how different they are. And she's in a supermarket chatting to this Quasimodo figure. Dory, being a deformed mutant, I expect you like to watch the pennies. Yes, I do, Lisa. Real people in the adverts. I mean, the saddest sight of all has to be the celebs clawing the cash pretending to be real people. Old Gareth Hunt likes a cup of coffee, doesn't he, eh? He's a one for a cup of coffee. Can't get enough of it. He carries the beans round with him. Him and Eunice Stubbs and that other woman we never recognised. That's a strange little relationship, that. Yeah. Dodgy little menage a trois. What are they getting up to when they're not drinking coffee, eh? That's what I'd like to know. Come on, Gareth, put your knobs away and get the beans in your hand. Perhaps the saddest sight of all, that I don't think they really ought to show, because it seems so unfortunate, that poor woman. I mean, why? Maybe it's Thatcher's Britain. Maybe she had to feed her children. I don't understand why anyone would take that much terminal ego loss. That sad, poor woman. What does the shake and vac ad? How does she live with herself? Do the shake and vac and put the freshness back. She faced a family in the evening. What did you do this morning? I made a complete dickhead of myself in front of 10 million people. I did it for you kids. Mum, we would rather have starved. Now, adverts you have to watch. Strange adverts. The people that make adverts and the mentality behind adverts. Do you know that up until a couple of years ago, it was against the rules to advertise tampons? Yeah, that's true. Against the rules. I mean, was there a law or something? Maybe there was. That must have been an interesting day in Parliament, mustn't it, eh? What are we going to do today, then? Feed the third world? Put the unemployed back to work? No. Let's have a law against advertising tampons. That's really progressive, isn't it, eh? And now, oh no, we live in a liberal society now. Now we can have tampon adverts, as long as they're tasteful. Tasteful tampon ads. But that's like it with the state of the British advertising industry, isn't it? I mean, are they tasteful ads that they make nowadays? They make the dog with a bog roll in its mouth? What can we expect next? A fish sucking a lillette? We had the whole thing over last summer, yes. Channel 4 had the experiment. They had the tasteful tampon ads, and they were lovely, weren't they? Nice bit of music, wafty music, a dreamy-looking lady looking at her occasional book. Ladies, do you have a secret? Ah! Half the population of the world do it every month. What's so flipping secret about that? I tell you, we'd have a lot less of this po-faced reactionary, let's put it in a closet, let's not talk about it, let's make young girls embarrassed about it when it first happens to them, if it was men. what had periods. Oh, yes. Then it'd be a big laugh, wouldn't it? Ho, ho, ho. It'd be a subject for after-dinner conversation. We'd all be having a joke. It was a marvellous sunny day. I just strolled out from the pavilion to bat, and would you believe it, my period started. Yes, that happens to me. Yes, that happens all the time. Pass the ball. No, of course I didn't go back to the pavilion. It happens to everybody, doesn't it? Yeah. We'll be having a laugh, the lads, you see, because we have a laugh about all our other little things that happen to our bodies. Instead of having competitions to see who can wee high enough against the wall, we'll have who's got the heaviest period competition, won't we? God blimey, it was a laugh, wasn't it, eh? Me and the lads down a pub, we were having a laugh. Me and Barry started menstruating. Well, we've always menstruated sympathetically ever since we were kids, right? Anyway, you'll never believe it. Went in the toilet, flipping tampon machine's broken. No army, had to go home with a beer mat in our trousers. That's what it'd be like if men had periods, but instead you're not even allowed to advertise tampons. Isn't it a funny old world? Hey, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the first Saturday Live.